There's a lot of games out there, some of which you've never even heard of. That's where I come in. I'm Lucious T. I've been playing games since the age of 2, and I have no life. This is RetroActive. So Yooka-Laylee finally came out. This is actually the first game I've ever kickstarted because I'm a huge Banjo-Kazooie fan. I'm such a big fan that I got the N64 edition, which comes with its own cart that unfortunately is just a flash cart, but you also have a signed manual from the whole team, as well as something that's sure to be very, very collectible in the future. I could care less about that. I'm just glad I have it. And now I don't feel like such an idiot for spending as much money as I did. So let's get right to it. This game is not Banjo-Kazooie. This is not, I mean, it is a similar game. It definitely hits home that spiritual successor vibe, but it's not Banjo-Kazooie. And the sooner you can get over that and get past that, the sooner you can enjoy the game. I think they do a disservice. The game's plot is very kind of out there. The books get taken by this guy called Capital B, who's the new Grunty, and he's trying to steal all these books, and he takes this one book that's important to Laylee and has all these pages in it that become the new Jiggies. And the whole game is you collect the pages. Once you get a certain amount of pages, you can unlock new worlds, or you can expand current worlds once. This is a very important feature. I'll get into it in a bit. All your new abilities are gained by talking to Thwomper, which is the snake bro. The comedy in general is spot on at points, and that's a little too heavy-handed at others. Yes, I realize this is a retro-themed game, if you can call it retro. It's an old style, but it's definitely still a style that works, as this game proves, because I enjoyed the hell out of this game. And it is definitely a worthy successor of the Banjo-Kazooie name. They just didn't do themselves much service. The story gets off a little weirdly. The hub world is alright. I'm not going to hit on that at all. You get your first ability, which is the roll, which allows you to get to the first world, which is this jungle-themed world. Think of something that Mumbo Jumbo would have loved. But there's so many NPCs that lead to you getting a pagey that it gets me thinking, wow, where's the hints, or where's the exploration, or it doesn't feel like Banjo-Kazooie, which that's fine, it's a new game, but it's a little disconcerting. And then when you find Thwomper or Thwowzer, whatever his name, the snake dude, when you find him in the world, he then allows you to buy new abilities by giving him the feathers, which are the other main currency, like the music notes. You collect feathers throughout the whole level. There's usually 200 of them, I believe, and I think once you get all 200 of them, you get a pagey. I never did this in any of the worlds. I got close, but I'm assuming that's what happens. Each world has 25 pages in it. There's even these ghosts you can collect, and the ghosts, I don't know what they do if you get every single one of them as well, but if you get everyone in a level, it gives you a pagey. And I'm guessing they all just give you the same reward. It's a little bit of a letdown in that regard. It's kind of like Shrines in Breath of the Wild, where it's like, oh, no matter what I do, I'm getting the same bonus. But you get over it. And once I got to the Ice World, which is level 2, and expanded it, it opened up, instead of expanding the level like it does with all the other ones, it opens up essentially a dungeon called the Icy-Metric Palace. Great puns. Puns galore. Like I said, the humor is a little on the nose at times. Other times, it's perfect. And the way they unlock the Icy-Metric Palace is they use the damn ice key. Which I don't know if, I haven't gone into this, but the ice key and me with the original Banjo-Kazooie was a never-ending just thing that I used to go on the internet back in the day with my modem, try to figure out what the hell this does, how do I get it, and then when they gave you the ice key in Banjo-Tooie, I was very disappointed. So you get the ice key to unlock it, and it's essentially, it's Solstice, or it's Lumo. They even make a joke in it saying interior decorations by Solstice, or something like that. And I think a lot of the backers' names are the people that are on those individual placards. But it's a very interesting level design type place. It's all from an isometric view, but it allows you to finally do some true exploration and finding these pages instead of talking to an NPC, accepting his challenge, completing it, and then you get it. So I enjoyed that. After that, you get to a Halloween marsh-esque world, which when I got to this point, it was so nostalgic and reminiscent. Like, oh god, I remember that type of level in Banjo-Kazooie. This is great. And then I got to the casino world, which I expanded on the offset. And it's an interesting thing where instead of getting pages, you get coins. And once you get 10 coins, you trade it into this guy who is not the main boss, but he is. And you get pages that way. And then the last world is a extraterrestrial Mario Galaxy-esque type planet. That's pretty cool. I spent the least amount of time in that one. I probably didn't enjoy that as much as the other 4. But they're all fun. They're all very well crafted. And while it is a little bit of a letdown that there's only 5 worlds, the 5 worlds they did make were extremely dense, full of stuff, 25 pages in each one. I believe only 2 of those are related to collectible goals. And a lot of replay value too, because once you get to a new world, it always involved unlocking another ability. All the ability progression is really well handled in my opinion, and it makes going back to the worlds enjoyable, because then it's like, oh, let's see where I can get now. Especially once you get flying in the 5th world, it pretty much breaks the game, because you can just go anywhere and explore and find pretty much anything. But that's a good thing. It's a collectathon, but the collectathon isn't the main focus. To get to the last boss, you only need 100 pages, and I got to the last boss with about 78. So I only had to go and grind out 22 pages in order to get to the last boss. There's 145 total. It's not necessary to get everything. I don't play these games to do everything 100%. It is possible to do that. I did do that probably in the first game, but I don't have the time to do that, which is fine. I don't need to. There's not that much reward for doing it in my eyes. You unlock tonics sometimes based on how many pages you get. You unlock tonics, which are, think of them like the cheats in GoldenEye, where you can activate one of them, but in this one, you can activate it and it persists through the whole game. There's one tonic that's not available right now, which is the 64-bit shader, which I was really looking forward to. It's going to make the whole game look like an N64 game, but they didn't want to delay the game further, so that's coming later. I'll probably pick up the game again and try and collect the rest of the stuff once that comes out. Or, I don't know. But as far as gameplay goes, enjoyable, great duo system. I had to lessen the sensitivity on the look just because it was a little too sensitive. I'm not a big fan of PS4 controls anyways, so that was one of my ways of helping mitigate it goes too fast. The sensitivity was too fast. So once I slightened that, it got a lot easier to manage, and I just enjoyed it. It was a nice romp in a game style that I have sorely missed for going on 20 years. And I'm so happy that this game is not bad. I'm so happy. It's even getting decent reviews. I mean, not the greatest reviews, but I'd say the ones that are getting are fair. Personally, I'd probably give it around an 8.5 to a 9, 8, 7, something like that. It's getting 8s, it's getting stuff like that. That's fine. That's fine. It's definitely not Mighty Number 9 status. And I loved it. They set it up for a sequel, which I'm glad. The boss fights, which there are boss fights in each world, are very cleverly designed. And some of them troll the hell out of you. For instance, the boss fight in the casino world was such a pain in the ass because there's this guy called Kartos, the god of ore. He has little mini games where you have to go around and collect gems on his cart without hitting enemies and losing gems, and you have to get to the end of it with a certain amount of gems. Well, the casino level is by far the hardest one to do. You have to be perfect. And when I got to the end of that, I'm like, great, I got the Pagey. Nope, because Pageys aren't allowed in Casino World. You only get coins, so then you get attacked by a big robot. And then the robot has a 5-phase attack phase. And just, it took me a while to do this. But once it was done, very satisfying. Very good game. Totally worth everything. I'm very happy to have been a backer on it. I took a picture of my name in the title scroll once I beat it. And by God, the credit scroll in this game is huge. There are so many people who back this. And I'm so happy to say that I'm almost assured a sequel is coming. And it's going to be great. And my number one thing I'd say is let's get some more levels. Ability-wise, solid. I can't really think of much else. Maybe get them an outfit. But yeah, it's just... good game. Good game. Well worth the pickup. And, yeah. Yooka-Laylee. Yooka-Laylee. A lizard and a bat and a snake in the hat. Lord, I apologize for that one. It's fun, get it.